Not a lot to say, but there's obviously plenty of high-quality action that happened defensively in this one. So excited to break it down. John, what's up, buddy? Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday, Jake.
Here we go. All right, let's
Let's
talk
do it.
some Browns defense in this one. They had the Jags in a blender for a little while here.
For a while, yeah.
Okay, first play. We're not going to timestamp these like we normally do in terms of like this is second down, blah blah blah. We're just going to go kind of chronologically plays we picked out and talk through them. So we'll watch the play first, get the result, and then we'll have John kind of give us his notes watching it.
Right. So we're watching Denzel Ward at the top of the screen. So here's what we got here. We have a blitz coming. We're playing man coverage, so we have a little linebacker plug in the middle there. I guess the coaching point or the teaching point for this play is this. This is a great example of what is called motor mirror technique from Denzel Ward. So this is a type of man press coverage technique that we see here. The motor part comes from the way he sort of motors his feet up and down as he's stepping out here, taking those little inch steps until it's time to turn. Obviously, he's on top of the route here, forces the wide release. And then as we get to right about there, right about the 44-yard line, we see a great example of the coaching point, chew the hip, C-H-E-W. At least that's how I learned it. So the idea is when we're in man coverage, we have our eyes locked on our opponent's inside hip. That's our visual key right there. So with that, as soon as we see that hip start to drop, we're assuming that we're at sort of the break point of the route. So we have to drop our hips when our man drops his hips. And it's like that. Has to happen fast. And that's just a phenomenal example. I think Jordan posted a tweet the other day about that. In fact, I'd missed this first play. I wasn't there when the game started. I missed the first drive or so. So until I saw that, I had no idea this beautiful teaching point happened right here. But yeah, just a great job of dropping the hip with the receiver, then getting back up. You notice too that because he was so tight on the receiver, it forces the receiver all the way into the sideline. That's another coaching point when we get these 9 routes or this stutter and go, whatever we're calling it. You want to squeeze him as tight as you can to the sideline so there's no way for the quarterback to drop the ball in his arms. And as you see here, ball's out of bounds. Great play, set the tone early.
Yeah, he only played 11 snaps, dealing with a little shoulder issue. So I think he kind of got rolled up on later in the second quarter that pushed him out of the game officially. But yeah, good stuff. All right, so we'll run through this one. Little boot underneath action here. I wanted to talk through the trickiness of this concept defensively and how you're matching it.
Right. So yeah, this one's tough. It's I'm sorry, I think I have my notes all out of order now here, but I believe we're in cover 3 here. Cover 3 or 3 deep 300. Yeah, no, we're playing man. So this is just a tough route when you're in man coverage, when you run that little slice action from the Y coming underneath and across the formation. It's, as you can see, you have to navigate through the trash or running into each other. What I will say is they do a great job of running to the ball here. You see, as soon as the ball heads out his way, we've got like 4 guys right there and another 2.
Yeah, I think it's a good thing.
Just running up right on him there. So even if he makes that tackle, that's a minimal game right there. But as far as chasing it under, it's tough. And man, you can, depending on the coverage you're in, you can do a 3-way banjo where we'll take our second level guys here, and we're going to treat it as if he steps to my side, I take him. If he steps to your side, you take him. So rather than having to chase all the way around, we can the guy closest to the route can just pick it up. He's in great position to do so there.
Yep, I like it. It looks like to me the Jags are trying to boot off this, knowing the Browns haven't been all too disciplined on the backside of bootleg stuff. So Z, maybe fortunately, maybe not, hits a spin move that puts him back into Lawrence's lap, because if he had a chance, there's definitely a throwback opportunity I'm thinking they were trying to get to on that.
Yeah, bringing that other route all the way across right there. Yeah. Definitely.
Popular one for the Browns, too. All right, may have snuck that one in on you. I think we got the same look here. Okay. Same play, 2-time look. All right.
Just a little spin there and minimal gain. We got guys on it. But yeah, you're right. They need to be careful about. They're going to continue to see this until they they sort of efficiently and effectively and consistently stop these boots. It's something that comes with this defense, though. Honestly, it's part of the philosophy. Shorts wants his guys just playing the run on the way to the quarterback. So there's not a lot that's going to change.
Yeah, let's talk about this. One of the few chunk runs they had in this game. Probably looking at specifically somebody not fitting where they're supposed to fit, I would imagine. I think Alex Wright hops inside here. You tell me, though.
So we're running a pressure towards the YY side. I guess Shorts probably guessed that a ball was going that way. So towards the left side of the screen, right side of the defense there. And yeah, we have an issue with our end right here. So he dips inside. He should stay outside. Obviously, he's the contain player. He should be attacking the outside shoulder of that tackle. He should be trying to stand him up. He should be so coach and point as the contain player there is not only, don't let anything get outside, but also you want to attack that guy and you want to compress that B gap right there. Because if you get put on skates, if you get run outside, that B gap gets wider and wider and wider and turns into a cutback lane. It also increases the distance that the second level players have to cover in order to get to the ball carrier right there. And actually, we'll see Miles do a great example of attacking with the long arm and compressing that B gap later on. But yeah, I don't know why he went inside. No idea.
Brain fart, something.
Yeah, it really is. And then the linebacker tried to recover, but it's just, I think it was Hicks, but just just too much distance.
Second and medium here is the second time they've had a ball Lawrence has put into risky spot. I think Hicks get a hand on this. So yeah, talk to us about this pressure. Obviously 2nd and 7 you're looking at here, so a good blitz down to try to get people into a long third down. You got,
definitely,
again, very aggressive look. If you're a quarterback, you're like, all right, man, I'm only dealing with 5 at the second level at minimum, so I'm trying to figure out process, ID the mic, figure out which one of these are coming, who might be wheeling out, fire zoning it, is Delpit off the edge. There's a lot of moving parts here, and especially a tough thing to do when you're under center, because it's not something that these guys do a significant amount of anymore, like coming up through high school and college and all that stuff. So this is tricky. The Browns go 3 deep, 3 under on this one, right?
Right. So we have some 3 deep, 3 under. This is fire zone coverage. It's just a modified form of cover 3, although there are some differences in the rules. The blitz design is pretty nice. So Hicks' heads up over the center, and you notice he goes into that strong A gap because they're trying to create a 3/2 to the bottom of the screen there with Delpit coming off the edge. Unfortunately, the Jags picked that up really well. The tailback steps up and makes the block there. So as far as Emerson here, so a couple coaching points. So again, he's in zone coverage right here. So he has 2 keys he's looking for. We have a where key and we have a wing key. So your where key is going to be the quarterback front shoulder right there. That's going to tell you where the ball's probably going to go. Obviously, the shoulder has to turn wherever they're going to throw the ball, right? So that gives you a hint to what area and what receivers you should focus on. Your wing key is that front hand off the ball. So as soon as the front hand comes off, that's your go downhill right now. And you see Emerson gets a phenomenal break on the wing key right there. Like literally as soon as his feet are moving, as soon as the ball lowers down, to start throwing motion right there. And he almost gets one.
Yeah,
and
I think Hicks got a hand on it.
At some point. We've had our hands on so many balls in the first 2 weeks.
Right, yeah, they got to break. They got to get a couple of them here soon, as they say.
Definitely.
Yeah, good stuff. Almost a teamwork tipped INT there. They could have really used that one. Again, it was kind of like, can they capitalize on when Lawrence puts it at risk, and they just really couldn't finish one.
Right.
All right, so man coverage. Yeah, this quarterback scramble, and this is just like, not even that anybody's so wrong per se, but I feel like it's just the risk that is there. If you rush upfield and you don't land one of these, how many they bring in? 5 here. If you don't you don't get a 5 on him, nobody lays a hand. He can sneak out, and everybody's off to the other side of the field, man.
Right. So when I was going through the film this morning, the first thing I wrote down is charge it to the game. It's just what's going to happen when you're in man coverage at times. Now, there were a couple issues that sort of exacerbated this. So we're playing one hole here. What that means is the weak side, at least for me, some people call this one lurk, but the weak side safety is going to just drop down a bit, like 10, 15 yards. He's going to play the high hole to help out here. I think one of the issues with the escape path that Lawrence eventually hits here is because we have this tight end chipping, pardon me here. It forces the end to take an extra wide rush path, and again, that open B gap then is just it's giant. It's easy to step up, and you're gonna see our inside guys they have a little stunt going on in the middle there between the nose and the tackle, so that's gonna clear out some space, and then again, just it's just one of those things that happens sometimes. Though, if you're going to play man coverage against quarterbacks that are willing to tuck it and have a bit of speed, it's
and again, like you said, narrowly escaping JOK, who could get his shoulder, he could grab that jersey right there, or I mean, Quentin Jefferson's doing a great job of getting the hands off of him, and it's like just a split second away, 72 right here from
right.
grabbing
Almost
his
there.
foot on the way by. So
Yeah, just a couple.
Sure.
Couple
Charges to the
flybys
game
there.
is the right way to put it.
If you enjoyed this Browns Film Breakdown content, such as the Monday offense review, Tuesday defense review, get unique access to those film rooms the night of, as well as many other daily pieces of Browns film room content and much more, including articles, chat-specific features, and much more. Again, support us, join us at brownsfilmbreakdown.com for unique Browns content unlike anywhere else on the internet.